Welcome back to another SW Soaps video. In this one, we're going to be making a new bar that's going to be coming with our spring 2025 launch. Jumping right into it, we're mixing the lye solution now that's going to start the saponification process, or the soap making process. Just blending the oils and the lye enough just to emulsify the bases to really start that process working. Both the oil and the lye are sitting roughly at about 90 to 100 degrees right now, which helps give a good bit of time to soak efficiently. Now we are going to divvy up our soap batter into a couple of different cups. We are doing a 4 different color batch this time. So we are mixing 3 colors into our smaller cups, and then we're going back into our main color in the big pot. We added our micas in as a paste using a little bit of the base oil from the recipe. So we take it out, mix in with a little bit of the mica, and then we're adding it back in now. And mixing just with our rubber spatula, that way we can control the trace for as long as we can. Now this is a fragrance issue that I have never actually seen before. This one was an interesting one. So I've made quite a few bars of soap before, and I have seen different issues with fragrances. Some changing colors, adding a bit more yellowing, a bit more browning. Some can change texture, some can really change trace. This was the first one that I saw that bloomed in this grayish, blackish color that came out and separated out a bit harder. It wasn't much of an issue, but it did require more immersion blending, which in turn will speed up the trace a little bit, and we will see that a little bit later on where we ran into that. Now we are going to pour some of our soap batter back into the main pot. This is what will accomplish our in the pot swirl, where we are layering some of our colorants on top of each other. Going to sit it into the big pot, and then once we pour it into the molds, gravity will pour it down and help feather out all the colors into a really good, nice looking swirl. Now we are grabbing our molds and ready to start pouring our in the pot swirl in first. That we will drop in the rest of the soap batter to create different swirls on top of it. As you can see, as it gets pulled down, it kind of ripples out and makes these cool wavy effects that really spread out and make each bar look unique and different. Now as we are adding in our different colorants and starting our drop swirl process, you can start to see a little bit more of the negative effects of what that fragrance did. It increased our trace quite a bit, and also needed to blend it more, which also will increase trace and makes everything a bit thicker. I don't think it messed up anything with this bar though. This is one of those where issues can come up, issues can arise, but you can always work around them and see where the bar still takes you, see how it develops. That's one of the nice parts about making your own soaps and making these designs, is you can work with it and still make products that look really nice at the end of the day. This is where I'm going to take a hanger that was cut and bent to fit in the molds, especially fit along the bottom of it, and pushing the soap down. So I'm pushing it down and up and moving in circular motions to help spread out and design and create a really wispy lines that spread out across the bar. And we're going to scrape to make sure we get all of that soap out. We're going to tap the bottom of the molds to make sure we can knock out those air bubbles so it sits nice and flat against the walls of the mold. Then we're going to take our tool and swirl it around a little bit before we are going to take a spoon and push from the sides to make a molded peak into the middle. Make a bit more of a fun texture onto the bar. We don't get to see as much of that because I had a little bit of filming issues, so the camera had to cut there. But you can see the end result here. This is 24 hours later after the bar has fully solidified and finished its, what I always refer to as the first stage of curing. So it cures enough that you can cut and work with it now, and then it will still need a couple of weeks to fully cure before it is ready for use. Now we're able to start cutting the bars. This is just a little wooden jig I made just to keep the bars straight and uniform, and use a wire saw to cut and keep them so the bars can be an inch wide and keep a consistent shape and size. And this is the final product. We get to see a little bit of the in the pot swirls at the bottom. They get a bit tighter. We get those more spread out drop swirls up top. I really like the look of the longer wispy lines that spread all the way down from the bottom to the top and really go across the bar. That is from that hanger, dropping in and swirling down and making those different swirls. This bar and multiple others are going to be released in the spring 2025 launch, along with some other products that are going to be getting announced soon. Going to be excited to releasing those as well. Stay tuned right here on YouTube, and we'll also have all the socials that are linked in the description and in bio. These are getting updated more and more as we are gearing up for this spring 2025 launch. Also, stay tuned on our website that is going to be launching any day now. That is going to be going up. That is swsoap.co. We will be doing our announcements along with purchasing soaps, and that is going to be the site where we will have our pre-orders up. So once these bars are ready, we'll have some pre-orders up ready for them, and you can get them while they last. It is going to be limited supply, only make in small batches, so pre-order can definitely be worth it. Very excited for this bar and the others that we have to launch, along with, again, some of those new products as we'll be releasing. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It does help out with the videos, and we will see you on the next one.